A rebel who was searching for treasures in his soul, fishing for gold. I found a key to unlock the door to my mind's gate, hidden with some hieroglyphs. Told me about my future and my past, and that I should get till I work it and get up off my ass. I'm on the path to move the masses to spiritual tactics. So masters, you bastards, spread it through classes. Live your life.
The veil has lifted the energy, shit that my indigos get that we different. Off the loose, so we tripping, the platinum we sipping. Now the dimensions are dripping. Unless you are different, you won't know the difference, or make a difference, you slipping. You're chasing this chicken, decoding the digits, you know that I stay on my pivot. Your body's the shell, your spirit's the snail, so why are you chasing your tail? They got you so pale, what is that smell? Chemtrails, what you inhale? I feel like evil Knievel. I'ma build we a cathedral for all of my people, so how that they cannot reach you. Power to the people, we are equal. All this evil, let us see that they cannot reach you. You are ascended, no more pretending. Work up, spinning, now the stars are bending. Conscious extending all your comprehension, and not to mention, release all the tension. They want us divided, cause they know united, we will override it. Fifth dimension, we gon' overnight it. Light the flame, baby, let's ignite it, so they can't hide it, nah, they can't hide it like. We blow up like dynamite. Had to kill the old me, cause I ain't want the kind of life. Nah, thought I wake up.
Blessings, blessings, grand day, grand day. Welcome in, sisters. Welcome in, Holistic Butterfly, my queen. And I want to kick us off here on Rising with Ra. And I am your sacred host and pharaoh of the space, Marcus, aka Christolight. And I want to kick us off with a little bit of a study, a little bit of what I was drawn to this rising with the Hermetic principles in the Kybalion. For those of you that are not familiar with the Kybalion, and I know for those that are familiar, it's always one of the favorites, and it's always one that really reaches to the soul and really brings us back to our ancestral principles and awareness of self. So the Kybalion is pretty much philosophy from Egypt and Greece in the ancient times, and it stems from the teachings of the great god or the great being Thoth, also known as Hermes Trismegistus. And Thoth, his archetype, his energy is to be the divine messenger between worlds, between dimensions, between heaven and earth. And through these studies and through these practices of the Kybalion, with different principles and universal laws, we're able to develop mental self-mastery over our reality. And the quote that really stood out to me, that is always ever present and has value in any moment of existence. And the quote today from the introduction level of the book, the Kybalion, it begins like this. In ordinary human consciousness, that which experiences is entangled with that which is experienced. We believe we are what we experience. We believe we are the thoughts and emotions that pass through the mind. We become what we behold. It can be difficult to detach the two, but I believe that this is precisely the goal of many forms of meditation. The self, as pure witness, watches all phenomena, mental and physical, inner and outer, pleasant and unpleasant, as images passing across the screen of the mind. In this sense, we can say that all is mental. Notice all that the interaction between self and phenomena itself can vary. Self can identify with the contents of its experience, or it can detach from itself from them. It seems likely to me that neither of these stances is absolute, and indeed they can alternate, or appear to alternate, rapidly in many cases. Self identifies with its contents, then it detaches itself from them. Let us go further and posit that the process takes place at all levels of manifestation, from that of a subatomic particle to the atom at our own level and beyond. It is, in my view, entirely legitimate to speak of the consciousness of the atom. If we posit some type of process whereby this goes on constantly, and shall we say habitually, we now see the source of the vibration that the Kybalion describes, and which, as it points out, is the standard feature of the universe, because this process takes place at all levels and scales of reality. We also see the source of the correspondence among all levels. So that is what I wanted to read today out of the Kybalion to kick us off here on Rising with Ra. And I'll read a little bit of that first paragraph again, just to give you some more processing and digestion. And feel free to put in the comments, what you're drawing from this reading and what is kind of triggering and awakening within you right now in your mind. And the first paragraph again is, in ordinary human consciousness, that which experiences is entangled with that which is experienced. We believe we are what we experience. We believe we are the thoughts and emotions that pass through the mind. We become what we behold. It can be difficult to detach the two, but I believe that this is precisely the goal of many forms of meditation. The self as pure witness watches all phenomena, mental and physical, inner and outer, pleasant and unpleasant, as images passing across the screen of the mind. In this sense, we can say that all is mental. Oof. So yeah, I just wanted to share that. Feel free to process and digest and reflect at your own pace and in your own time. And it's really big, especially with our regeneration and balancing process of our being, is, are we mentally identifying with our experiences? Are we holding on to our experiences as limitations of who we are? Are we holding on to our experiences as who we're always going to be, and that we're not able to transcend and transmute our behaviors, our actions of the past, our mindsets of the past, as well as where we energetically were influenced at that time in our life? Are we identifying as that time of our life as who we are now and who we are continuing to grow into? Really small but big things to really reflect upon the daily in our lives is, are we identifying with these past experiences as who we are? Or are we seeing these past experiences as what they are, which is temporary experiences of energy, vibration, and mental phenomena? When we don't clear this out, this can trickle into our present moment, and this can overlap and replay through our projector, through our mind. And this can overlay into our relationships that we have in our life currently that have really not much to do with our past experiences or with the people from those past experiences. And this can create uneasy ground for the current relationships in our life, for being able to receive as well as give in clarity and unconditional love. Along with that, it can create a lot of fear that can block us up internally. It can block up our chakras. The fear can also prevent us from seeing the light and the love behind experiences and our present moment. And there's so much more that can come with it. We could really see that, taking action or being a part of something that we love and that we're passionate about could feel scary, or it could feel like it's not going to bring value into our life because of how we feel or how we felt before from past experiences that have taken place. So these are just a few things to really reflect on, and I just wanted to share what was really drawn out to me through the Kybalion this rising. Hydration check for everybody out there. Make sure you're hydrating, especially as we move into the summertime with the sun being out a lot more, and you're going to be transmuting and releasing more energies in that sunshine. So make sure you're drinking some good clean water throughout your day. And also remember to find ways to balance your being, grounding daily. As highly energetic beings, it's really key to ground so that we are not just expelling our energy and just really, being scattered and not having focus and focal point of our energy for the day. And before I go into our collective card reading for today and tomorrow, once again, everybody, welcome and grand day, grand rising to you for being a part of the Rising with Ra space today, here on this Wednesday. And we are continuing to explore Ascended Masters this week, as a little bit later on, when we move into our chakra activation, which will be the root chakra today, I will go through a few of the Ascended Masters, as well as fill us in on a little bit of the root chakra and what it is, and why it is something to be aware of for our well-being. And then we can all share and choose which Ascended Master we would like to draw in and incorporate for our root chakra activation today. And you guys can put it in the comments here in the live, on the replay, or on the YouTube channel. And I always like to say, go ahead and put a brief description why too. So go ahead and put the Ascended Master that you choose. Maybe put a brief description why you choose that Ascended Master for your root chakra activation today. That'll be a little bit later on in this live, going into about, maybe 30 to 45 minutes of the live. We will transition to that space. A couple reminders. This Friday, I am hosting my root chakra empowerment flow shop. I use flow shop instead of workshop. That is going to be held on Zoom, and it is $7 to be a part of that root chakra empowerment. And I will go fully in depth, teach you about the root chakra, help you be able to identify your own blocks in your daily life, as well as overactivations. As well as that, I will give you tools, strategies, and practices you may utilize, different crystals that you can use for the root chakra. Then I'll wrap it up with a guided root chakra meditation to help you release and clear out any identified blocks or overactivations in the root chakra. And then, to cap it all off, I will send you out, if you're open to it and you want it, I will send you a personal, professional root chakra audio that you may utilize for any day of your own space. And along with that, I will also be holding another live meditation that will be donation based this Sunday. And this Sunday, I am going to be kind of tying it in here with the week of Rising with Ra, as I'm going to go ahead and give us a Ascended Masters meditation this Sunday. And that will be at 8 p.m. Eastern. And just like last week, it is an open community space, so there is space available if you want to be a part of the live, if you want to do a collective reading, if you want to share light language or any Reiki, feel free, let me know. We'll sit together, go over everything, make sure that we are aligned and are in sync with the sacred values of the space. And that'll be this Sunday, 8 p.m. Eastern, here live on Instagram. Send the Masters meditation. Alright, so collective card reading. I'm going to do one card for today, one card for tomorrow, and I just do a overall general reading for the collective, the most whole and most balanced message that is needed for support today to be reflected to our conscious awareness. And also want to remind everybody that the online community space is still open, held on Discord, and we're gonna get some flow workshops going in that community space. We're gonna do some generational and inner child healing, crystal healing sessions, as well as other meditations, breathwork sessions, and other just wonderful tribe community events. Have some fun, have some dance parties, and it's all interactive and open for you to give your ideas of what you'd like to experience as well. All right. So today's card on this Wednesday is going to be Emotional Freedom. Emotional freedom, vulnerability, flowing, and rebalancing. So what I'm hearing is today is a very supportive day for, how should I word this? It's a very supportive day to address stored emotions, addressed stored thoughts, and other patterns that are continuing to loop within the being. I'm also hearing that vulnerability, remembering vulnerability as our strength, as a power, and also acknowledging and remembering that through vulnerability, not only are we helping empower ourselves, but we are also being a light and a leader for others. And when we become vulnerable, we are able to share medicine. We are able to share wisdom that can then be utilized for another soul or another being along their journey and path, so they can integrate those lessons into their life. So along with that, it can also provide connective comfort, bring a sense of not being alone, as well as just really letting it loose, letting the weight off of the being. And through emotional freedom and vulnerability, releasing and letting go, this also brings rebalancing. It brings recalibrating to the being, the chakra system, and the mind. I'm also hearing that some of us may struggle with self-judgment, self-criticism, feeling like what you want to say or what we want to express may not be enough or may not be received in how we would like it to. And I just want to share that even if it's not received, or even if it's not the type of reaction that you would wish for or would like to see from the other party, just remember the power of planting a seed. And also remember the power of being able to release and just get it out of your system. That alone is a great step, and it's a great action to take for your well-being, whether it's received well or not. And they'll be able to do what they need to in their own space to process and clear out things. But just remember, if you're staying pure with your intentions and you are just expressing yourself from truth and honesty, then you are doing exactly what you need to. And that is your part. You did your part. Utilize those spaces with those that you can trust to trust your own flow of authentic expression. Last thing I'm hearing with that emotional freedom is, what tools do you have? What practices or what ways do you like to clear out your emotions as well as allow them to flow? So are you utilizing dancing? Are you doing yoga? Are you transmuting through exercise and working out? Are you utilizing art, music, creating online, using it in community spaces? What is it that you use for your emotional freedom? Feel free to put it in the comments. What are some of your tools? What are your practices that you like to utilize to be vulnerable, to bring balance to your emotions, and to express yourself? Some of my favorite ways is actually, holding these spaces, holding these online spaces, expressing my truth, expressing messages for those around me that need them as a channel, as well as doing my morning practices, my morning routines, my rising routines, that is. Every rising I do chakra balancing, affirmations, intentions, and then I sit outside and I use my crystal helpers, and I've been calling on and studying shamanic Egyptian astrology. So I've been connecting with each guide that I've read about for the day, and I've allowed and opened myself up to the guides to clear out any emotions or rebalance or recalibrate my being in my rising routines. And I find, really solidifying my risings with these beautiful practices is bringing a beautiful balance to my being for the rest of the day. And then it just continues on from there. Outside and sit with the chickens. Nice. That is a nice therapy. Alright, so our card for tomorrow on Thursday, we have the Ice Queen. Ice Queen, introspection, self-analysis, and fortitude. So, with that being said, today being emotional freedom, what I'm hearing is, where do you want to invest? Where do you want to transmute and transform your emotions and past energies into? Where would you like to put all that weight and all that energy? Where would you like to flip that and put it into as an alchemist of your own life? What are you going to do with the wisdom and the empowerment that you are working to integrate and transcend from these past experiences, these stored emotions, these wounds, these thought patterns of the past? Where do you want to redirect the mindset? Where do you want to redirect your energy? And that's what tomorrow would be good for, according to the cards today, is it's beautiful to transmute. It's really beautiful as well to, acknowledge the past and start integrating the lessons and wisdom. But also consider, reflect upon, what goals do I have moving forward? What am I investing this energy that I'm transmuting into? Where am I going to now shift my focus? What type of new thought patterns am I going to program into my subconscious? What type of new actions through behaviors, habits, and routines am I going to start developing? Are there any travels I want to make? Are there any vacations I want to go on? Are there any projects, any career goals or co-creations that I want to transmute and shift my focus to from these past energies that have been taking up space within my mind, emotions, and being? So the Ice Queen is just coming in to remind us of that. Not only clear out these past things that are stored within your being, mentally, emotionally, and physically, but also try to have a vision. Try to have your eye on the prize of, where am I going? Where am I heading into with my mind and focus next? What am I transmuting this energy to support and provide foundation for? Sometimes we do a lot of clearing and we do a lot of transmuting, but then we don't really have any steps planned out next. Even if just one step, just one step next, like, what am I going to start working on? What am I going to co-create? What am I going to start investing this transformed energy into? So yeah, tomorrow's a good day for that. Maybe journaling out any goals, maybe looking at any first steps towards some things that we'd like to experience and draw into our life, and just really see the type of thought patterns, actions, and habits you're going to want to develop moving forward to support it. And the more you integrate the new patterns, thoughts, and actions, then you will embody what your intentions are more and more, and then that will continue to trickle into your reality, manifest, and ripple into your experiences. So that's our collective card reading for today and tomorrow. And you may catch that on the replay here on Sacred Light 33 on Instagram Live, or on the YouTube channel Sacred Light Healing and Wellness later on today. Alright everybody, so that will do it for the first half of the Rising with Ra. We had a wonderful short reading out of the Kybalion, talking about being the experiencer and identifying as our experiences. And it, as usual, beautifully was in sync with the card reading as well. And if you guys want to talk more about the Kybalion or other ancient texts and other know thyself knowledge, feel free to send me any recommendations. And if you want to come on and talk about it, perhaps you can come on to talk about some of the knowledge and some beautiful tools for us to integrate for enlightenment. So let's go ahead and take a break for just a few minutes. Go ahead and grab some more water, use the restroom, grab whatever you need to get comfortable, as we're going to go over some of the Ascended Masters, and then choose the Ascended Master that we would like to call in to integrate with our root chakra activation today. And then I will be guiding us through a root chakra self-Reiki activation. So we'll go ahead and take a couple minutes just to reset, get ourselves comfortable, grab your pillow, blanket, crystals, sage, whatever it may be, as we are exploring the root chakra today. You're at Sacred Light, and I'm presenting to you my Sacred Light services that are available currently. I am currently offering Reiki, chakra alignment and empowerment, intuitive life guidance, soul origin galactic therapy meditation sessions, as well as sacred oracle readings. These are all services that I'm divinely offering and have available to you any day of the week. You may contact me through my email, which is marcustut23@gmail.com, through Facebook at Christolight Robbins, or through Instagram at sacredlight33. And if you have any questions, feel free to message me at any of those contacts, and I will give you the best answer I can to help you get clarity upon what could best suit you on your journey. And we can book a session whenever you're ready. Wholeness, balance, love, vibrations. Alright, welcome back everybody, welcome back to the space, Rising with Ra, here on this Wednesday. Alrighty, so the root chakra for everybody out there. A little bit about the root chakra. The root chakra is your base chakra, and it's located at the base of the spine or around the genital area. And it is represented by the color red. And a couple of properties or characteristics of the root chakra when it comes to our being. It is representative of our groundedness, so our ability to be grounded and to be connected to the earth, Mother Earth, as well as grounding and anchoring the other six chakras above the root chakra all the way to the crown. This is also the energy center that is going to provide stability to your being. So stable emotions, stable nerves, stable physical being. Along with that, it is also the energy center that ties into your finances and career path, along with your abundance, so your flow and stream of abundance. And the reason why this is because our abundance stream is connected to the earth. While we're in this human avatar here on the earth, our physical abundance is attached to the abundance of Mother Earth and what she provides in this human reality. So when the root chakra is open and activated, that energy center is connected as a ever-flowing stream of energy to the earth, recycling and magnetizing abundant energy to you. Along with all this, the root chakra also is the energy center for clearing out any stored pain, resentment, anger, frustration. These are all emotions that get pent up and stored within the root chakra. So if you're having unconscious, triggered anger, frustration, or resentment that you're having a hard time maintaining, cleansing out the root chakra is a great option for holistically clearing out these type of aspects. And lastly, the root chakra is also going to be where fight or flight mode is stored when it comes to our energetic system. Now, if you want to go further with the root chakra and you would like to be in a more interactive space where you can be live with me and ask questions, as well as be a part of a focused workshop for the root chakra, that is what is going to be held on Friday, and that will be in private via Zoom, my root chakra empowerment workshop or flow shop. And that's just $7, and I take Cashapp, PayPal, and Venmo. And like I was saying earlier in the live, you'll also be getting a guided meditation on top of the awareness for self-empowerment of the root chakra and how to maintain it. So now I'll go ahead and go over a few of the Ascended Masters, and then I will share which one I choose for my root chakra activation today. And feel free to put in the comments which Ascended Master you would like to call upon for your root chakra today. All right. So first Ascended Master we have is Guanavara. Guanavara is the goddess of love, relationships, fertility, and motherhood. She is a Celtic triple goddess, known as the flower maiden, mother, and crone. She brings fertility to earth, prosperity, and inspiration to mortals. Also can help with romantic love, women's issues, releasing jealousy and desire for revenge, understanding the cycle of relationships, and the need for balance. That's an excellent choice right there for the root chakra. Next we have Yeshua. Yeshua is known as the Son, came to earth to be of the unfathomable love of the Creator. He lived in life in which he was tempted to sin, like all other men, but he resisted temptations of the flesh, overcame natural impulses, and lived a perfect life of obedience, assisting with clear communication with divine guidance and direction, faith issues, forgiveness, revealing the beauty within, healing, manifestation of miracles. Next we have Kuan Yin. Kuan Yin is a beautiful Chinese goddess of mercy, compassion, and protection. She also can assist in clairvoyance, compassion, feminine grace, beauty and power, kindness, gentleness, sweetness towards self and others, receiving and giving love, music abilities, protection for women and children, spiritual enlightenment and gifts, staying centered in the midst of turmoil. Next we have Mary, Mother Mary. Adopting children, issues related to children, support for those who can help children, fertility, mercy, grace, compassion, faith, miracles, and healing. Next we have Melchizedek. Melchizedek, King of Righteousness. He holds the Father energy, brings the principles of universal law to the oneness of all creation, helps with correcting unpleasant situations, esoteric understandings, purification, shielding against psychic attacks, therapy involving colors, enlightenment, alchemy, miracles, transformation, and manifestation. Next we have Merlin. Merlin the Magician, the great old wise wizard sage, spiritual teacher, and psychic visionary. He helps with alchemy, crystals, divine magic, prosperity, foresight, divination, seeing through darkness, energy work, healing, shapeshifting, and time warping. Alright, and last one that I'm going to share, we have Yogananda. Yogananda helps with peace, unity of religious beliefs, yoga practice, clear communication with the divine love, and healing, spiritual, emotional, and physically. So feel free to put which Ascended Master you would like to choose today for your root chakra and why. And I'm going to go with the first one that I shared, which is Guanavara. And she is the goddess of love, relationships, fertility, and motherhood, known as the Celtic triple goddess. And choosing her because finding an enchanting romantic love, help with releasing of jealousy and desires for revenge, understanding the cycle of relationships and the need for balance. And I feel like that greatly assists with the root chakra, especially the releasing of jealousy, desire for revenge, understanding of cycles and the need for balance. I feel like these all can tie into the root chakra to help release any pent up energies that no longer serve, and just really open up that seamless, abundant connection of support. Alright, so go ahead and get comfortable. A few crystals you can use for the root chakra, any of the black stones, obsidian, tourmaline, jet, smoky quartz, jaspers, especially red jasper, desert jasper. These are all very resonant for the root chakra. And I'll be using a nice chunk of raw hematite. So go ahead and get comfortable. You can sit or lay down. If you're sitting, trying to have the back straight to support the spine for our life force energy to flow. You may use a pillow, the edge of a bed, whatever you may need for your back. If you're laying down, having the legs straight and not crossed, so we're not blocking the flow of energy in and out of the soles of the feet. Then relaxing the shoulders, allowing them to drop. Relaxing the arms, and allowing the body to become soft. And then breathing in through the nose, expanding the stomach, drawing the breath down the body and down to the root chakra, and then drawing the breath back up and exhaling out of the mouth. Breathing in through the nose, expanding the stomach, drawing the breath down to the root chakra, drawing it back up and exhaling out of the mouth. Continue this breath, continue this pattern throughout the Reiki, as this will support you to become lighter. It'll support you during releasing, as well as open you up to receiving. And now we're going to take our hands, put our fingers together, as this will create a focal point for the Reiki energy that comes out of the palm of our hands, as there are minor chakras on the palms of our hands. Utilizing your crystal, holding it in your left hand, and go ahead and place your hands right there at the base, right by your own genital area. Continue the breath pattern. Breathing in, healing light. Drawing it down to the root chakra. Feeling it consciously interact with the root. And draw the breath up and release any blocks with the breath. Continue to breathe. You may close your eyes and focus inward. Continue to breathe. And you may visualize the Ascended Master Guide entering your space or sharing their energy to help activate and cleanse the root chakra. You may repeat this affirmation out loud or inside of your own mind at your own will. I am. I am releasing and letting go of any anger, frustration, and resentment due to past experiences that are keeping me from being in harmony, balance, and grounded peace while walking in this human life. I am open to receiving and allowing my root chakra to be filled with unconditional love, nurturing, and support during these releases. I am letting go of pain that I've been holding on to, and allowing the pain to turn into wisdom and self-empowerment. And I am trusting that I am abundant in this life in many different forms, physical and non. And I also believe in my visions and dreams to conquer my goals and be able to manifest the career and financial abundance and successes that fill my soul along this journey, along with others. And I have all that I need in this moment to make the step and to take the steps to fully manifest and experience these intentions and goals. Ashe. Take a big deep breath in. And release. Ooh. And when you're ready, return back. Consciously make your way to your physical body. And draw your awareness back to your physical environment. Feel free to shake your body, maybe dance, play some music afterwards to release any debris. Continue to breathe consciously throughout the day. Remember to hydrate. Get some nature time in. Spend some time in the sun. Get your bare feet outside. Whether it's outside of your house, on a balcony, or at a park, at a trail, whatever it may be. Try to find some ways to get outside in nature. Some of my favorite ways are actually just sitting outside on my balcony or my porch, because it's actually quite simple. But I go out there with bare feet, get myself in the sun rays, bring my crystals, bring water, and I sit out on my balcony and enjoy it outside. Do my studies out there, do some work out there, create online. So many beautiful things we can do outside. We can do basically anything we do inside, outside. I love you too, Queen. Thank you for being in this space. Thank you for being open and continuing to shed your love and support for me and the collective. Dragon Sage blessings for everybody. Just feel free to be open to receive the abundance, good prosperity, and fortune of the dragon's blood. Oh, beautiful. You did it outside. And I also just want to remind us that, healing is not a one-stop shop when it comes to our being. And yes, these Reiki activations are very beneficial. They're activating and they're helpful, but they're also not the end-all be-all. They're not the cure to everything. Basically, it's like I'm providing a foundation, or I'm providing a boost to your journey on your self-healing. Now, what you do from here and what you do with this momentum and with this energy that you just shifted, that's where the real good stuff is going to come. Are you taking advantage of now being cracked open? Are you taking advantage of being given this boost of support? Now, what are you going to do? The ball is in your court. The ball is in your hands. What are you going to do the rest of this day after this practice to continue to support the momentum that you're building through these practices in this space with Rising with Ra? What are you going to do to continue to dive deeper and to go even further into clearing out your layers and bringing restoration to your being. Great things to reflect on. But I just want to remind everybody that, this is to give you a boost. This is to give you assistance. But the rest of it's in your hands still on what you do for your self-healing. Great reminders to give everybody. Stay hydrated. Enjoy your day. I'll see you all Friday, 11:11 a.m. Eastern. If I don't see you there, I'll also see you at 6 p.m. Eastern for the Root Chakra Empowerment Workshop that I will be holding on Zoom. $7. Just reach out to me and I'll send you the Zoom link. $7 to be a part of that space this Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern in private on Zoom. And yeah, that'll do it for today. I will see you all then. Wholeness, balance, love, vibrations.